welcome everybody. It's Thursday night on the East Coast, and welcome to Thursday Night Trash Talk. What's happening, guys? It's a little bit cold here tonight. It's in the 30s. This has been our first cold snap of the year, so we've been running the torpedo heater here, the salamander heater, or whatever, turbo heater, whatever everybody wants to call it. We've been running it for the last hour, trying to get a little warmth in here, but there is no insulation, so as soon as you shut the heat off, it just goes out. But if you can get the block warm a little bit, it'll be all right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're not going to be a full 2-hour show tonight. Figure we'd pop in though, say hey to everybody, talk to everybody, say what's going on, tell about our plans. We're happy. Finally, looks like we may get to go to the track this weekend. It's going to be probably the last test and tune of the season, and we're going to get to go there. So that's going to be awesome. I'm going over everything here a little bit. I took the exhaust off the car and put my straight pipe on it, my turnout, because there's no sense in running it through a muffler up there when we're going. I checked the air in the bags. I got the air pressure set in the tires to start off. We're going to go check the fluids. I'm going to put a wrench on every nut and bolt here, make sure everything's tight, nothing's going to fall off at 100 plus miles an hour, because that would be very bad. And looks like I'm probably going to relocate this breather hose. For right now, I have it kicking straight down out. That works all right, but in the event I do break a ring, and I've been known to do that a time or two, hopefully we won't do it, but hey, the possibility is always there. When you push a machine past its limits, things can happen. So, but I'm probably going to reroute that, run it over here somewhere, and maybe put it in some kind of containment for right now. We got to get a catch can and put on here. We're not going to have time to get one between now and Saturday morning and plumb up, so I'll probably just do it redneck style. I'll probably just run it over here and probably zip tie like an old oil container or something here, fasten the hose into that. At least then it can breathe under boost. You know, when the motor's at idle, it's pulling vacuum on this hose because of the PCV valve over there. But under boost, it does blow out a little bit here. There's a little blow by under boost, which is normal. But when we break a ring, it likes to spit oil out this hose, so we're going to do something with it to prevent it. I've been looking all day. I had a dash 10 fitting I was going to put on there and flare on there, so I could have plumbed it with hose, but I can't find it. I tore the garage upside down looking for it today. I had it, was going to plumb it in there, and I don't know what I did with it. So I are dumb sometimes. Sometimes I lose my brain and forget what I'm doing. But I guess that's one thing about video documentary, because even if I do forget what I'm doing, I can always go back and watch the video like an idiot. So how's everybody doing tonight? Let me get this live chat up here. Hello, everybody. Unfinished project. What's up, my friend? How are we doing tonight? Thanks for popping in. As everybody else pops in, we will say hello. Hey, it's one of those days, man. No, I mean, we're a little bit happy tonight, because at least that's going on. And I hear Kevin's pulling up. There can only be one person. That sounds like Kevin pulling in. Who? Kevin.
It looks like
I heard Cummins pulling in. I can hear that truck coming on the other side of the road.
Hello, Unfinished Project.
Yep.
How y'all doing out there tonight?
Get to go to the track.
He's
Like
being
forever.
silly, ain't he?
Huh?
I said you're being silly.
I'm excited. We're gonna finally get to go. It's been so long. I forgot how to do it.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you've been there.
Because really, yeah, we went one time and I broke it on the first pass.
Yes, and every time then it was
And it's been, rained out and crappy.
crappy.
The weather's going to be great. They're going to have an early test and tune this weekend. They're going to start, 11 o'clock?
11.
It's 11 to 5. The forecast temperature for that day is supposed to be about 58 degrees.
58.
That'll probably happen around 1 o'clock or so. So the air should be real good.
Should
There's
be.
like a 1% chance of rain, so the humidity's down,
Our luck, we'll get that 1%.
Yeah, no, it should make good power that day because of that. So that's all good. We should be able to make some passes. Hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping for on a super busy day that we get, at least 3 or 4 passes. Yeah, you should know, but he may not know. Whether he's seen you or not. But yeah, that's fun. I'm just excited, man. I don't know. Ready to check the fluids and everything. This thing's gonna need a little change soon. One thing, guys, when you run alcohol, you do run into that. It tends to milk the oil up, and that's just the moisture. I've been starting it, not running it that long, and haven't been burning it off. So, but once the engine comes up to temperature, it's not milked up too bad, so it should come out of there pretty quick. That's just an E85 byproduct of running. What's happening?
Well, I just dropped some fuel off.
Yeah, I'm running our broadcast here.
Yeah.
Jump in?
I
You
hear
want to
that
jump in and
comment's
join
coming.
him? You can.
What is it?
I said he can jump in and join you.
I hear that comment's coming from.
He said that had to be Kevin. There ain't no one else but Kevin. I
Huh?
said, yeah, I think it is Kevin.
I heard it coming. But you can hear it because it's, the straight pipe. I hear it motoring up around the block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody, that's my friend Kevin. He just popped in. He's dropped some fuel off for
Howdy.
Peter here.
He's so tall you just can't see him.
Huh?
I said he's so tall. There he is. There's his buddy Kevin.
Just to get him under here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I readjust it to keep him on here.
But no, I pulled the exhaust off already. Everything's rebanded, so that makes it nice to pull off, except tripod back down, I guess. But pull the exhaust off of it. I got my straight dump on it for the weekend. There's no sense in, that's probably choking it running all the motors through a single 3-inch exhaust.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not super loud like that. I don't know, I just had that muffler on mostly so I can hear myself think when I drive, but it's not loud.
A little bit loud.
Some cars up there with open headers are a lot louder.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Remember the guys that get butthurt when you go?
All
Oh,
right.
they do.
Oh, you do. Oh no, you had to be there tonight. The guy up there with the one bracket car, he was super duper butthurt. We drove that night.
Drove the car up, yeah.
I drove the car up that night with the slicks in the back seat and the jack, and got to the track, jacked it up, put the slicks on it, and went out there and run, and then come back, and then, we tried to be nice. Everybody's usually cool with the track, but I could tell he got a little bit butthurt over it. But hey, it's not my fault that LSs are just so easy to make power with. It's stupid. And the thing about it, when you make that kind of power with these LS motors, if you break them, you're only out a little bit. Now that's the thing. If I destroy this engine, most of my major components are all going to be okay. So just another junkyard block back in and back out. Most of the time, it's just swap a piston out.
Sure did that a couple times.
Yeah, we haven't heard. That's the thing. I haven't even
Yeah.
breaking
Nothing.
the pistons in this. I haven't scratched the cylinder wall or anything, because usually when it breaks the second ringland.
Yeah.
And well, last time we know what it was. It was a boost / timing issue, because I had way too much timing in it to not control the boost. And for whatever reason, that's when it ate the vacuum line going to the
Yeah.
boost controller. About 60 feet into the first run last time, it was a track, it ate that vacuum line, and then I lost control of it. And it was the important one I need. It was the bottom reference port on the wastegate that it ate. So what that meant is not only was I working against the 14-pound spring in the wastegate, I was also working against the boost that the motor was making, was shoving the wastegate shut. So it was 14 PSI plus what was on, and I think on the log, I think it topped out at like 28 pounds of boost, which is not, if it would have been timed for 28 pounds, it would have been all right, but it wasn't timed. It was only timed safely for around 18 pounds, so
Yeah.
I had too much timing in it to run that 10 extra pounds of boost, and that's what caused it to break. And I knew it as soon as it done. As soon as the run was over, I knew it was broke, because I could tell the way the car was running. It was down on power, and it blow by. That's the telltale sign of a broken piston, when you get blow by. When you got a motor that can sit there and run, and you never get no blow by out of the breather system, and then all of a sudden you come down the end of the track and you notice you got it's puffing out of the breather, you know you broke something. But that's how we'll go through that. I don't know why my fuel pressure sensor died for some reason. It's not getting any reading on
You
it.
gotta get it
Huh.
fixed.
I don't need it. It's nice for tuning, but I do have an analog gauge here, so the pressure's right. It's just nice to see it.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect the way it runs. Well, we're going to try it, see what we can do. I think there should be a 590 in it. That's really all we want. Just a 590 in the eighth would be happy.
Yeah, it should be.
Moving in the right direction. I think the car has it in it. A lot of it's just getting used to staging the exact same way, finding the sweet spot to launch the car at, and just having a nice smooth run. And that just comes with will time. That's just seat time. You got to be in the car, and you just got to do it over and over again to where you don't think about it. It just becomes muscle memory.
Yeah.
We got, finally, I think I got it because I had an issue last time, or the last couple runs, I had an issue with that older tack with that shift light. Sometimes it wasn't, it's so touchy that bumping that knob just a little bit can knock it off, a few hundred RPM, and you can end up, by the time the shift light comes on, I try to set the shift light to come on low enough that when it comes on, I can make my shift and catch it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, there's been at least, you got kids in the truck?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's say we heard someone out there.
Yeah, but I try to catch it before it does, but there's been a couple times, even on our fastest run, if you look at the data logs, I'm wasting a second of that run on the shifts because it's hitting the rev limiter before it's shifted. So if you're hitting the rev limiter, then you're not accelerating. So ideally is to get it before it. Eventually, I want to set it up with a shift solenoid, just that way you let it shift itself.
Yeah.
To where the computer can do the shift. And that just takes one more thing to leave me more to concentrate on driving the car, not
Working.
yeah. Because right now, I say if you're not 100% of your concentration, this thing, especially when you let go of the two-step on this, you let go, because the way I got the two-step wired is I got it wired through the brake pedal, through the switch. So when you want to engage the two-step, you got to have your foot on the brake and hold the button in on the steering wheel. Now to make it a little bit faster for ET off of the line is if I let go of the brake, that also breaks the connection for the two-step. So I can, even though I got the button on the steering wheel, if you let go of the button, that turns the two-step off, but your foot's still on the brake. So I have it to where if I got the gas and the brake matted, it's up on the two-step, and right now I'm targeting 8 pounds on the two-step. It'll come up to 8 pounds and hold there on it. But when I let go of the brake, that shuts the two-step off too, so that should give me a little bit better launch. And now that I have the Holly running the boost, I tried a different strategy. I had it before, I had a open loop boost strategy where I could just kind of tell it, hey, I don't want you to go over this amount, and the computer would regulate it. You could watch it come up on the data logs and watch it modulate the boost about where you wanted it. Now I'm running in a closed loop system where it's actually taking feedback from manifold pressure and a couple other sensors. So now I have it set now that I have a target boost. So when I activate the two-step, when the computer sees that you have the two-step activated, it'll let you mat it to the floor and it'll come up to whatever your boost is set at. So we'll go up there, try leaving at 8 pounds. If the track surface is good, because it's going to be cool out, so it all depends. Hopefully there'll be enough sun to warm the track up a little bit.
Hopefully.
If it does, then we'll try to turn the boost up on launch a little bit more and see what we can get out of it. And then, like I said, I got the timing tables a little way conservative now because I don't want it to have that issue with anything failing and breaking it. So with the conservative timing table, I would like to get enough runs that we can work on the launch RPM now. I'm going to try to leave a little bit lower, that way I get a little bit more run up against the converter, because I was bringing it up against the converter to where it couldn't hold it anymore, and it was trying to push through and spin the tires on the two-step. And now I got the two-step lowered. I can still hit my target boost, but I can hit it about 800 RPM under the stall speed of the converter. So I'm going to try that. That way I can hit that converter with a little bit of run. That should improve the 60-foot time.
Yeah,
Because
should.
right now it's averaging about a 158 60 foot. And I'd like to get that down a little bit. Just knock a tenth of a second off, right down to 148 would really help. And it's
Hello, first responder garage.
Hey, what's happening?
Hello, Carlene.
Yep. Everybody's dropping in. But yeah, that's all. I'm just gonna go over everything here. Probably get it loaded up. I have to load it up tomorrow night. That way. Put it on
Yeah,
the trailer.
that way you'll be able to-
All I gotta do is back it in and hook it up on the truck. And it leaves everywhere. Super fall.
Oh yeah.
That's when I had to pull it out of the garage. That's under the tree. I'm going something here. Now it leaves everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to get all this junk cleaned out.
That's the only thing about the fall. All
Yeah,
them
we're gonna
leaves.
get the junk cleaned out because I don't want to drop anything on the track. They blew all the pine needles. I don't know where the pine needles come from in the back. I have no idea where they would come from.
Carlene's driving home, but she's listening.
The back of the trunk was full of pine needles, or the back around the trunk lip was all full of pine needles.
Well, we appreciate you listening to us. He's getting it ready, Carlene. He's taking it to the track for testing tune Saturday. The weather's going to be nice, and it'll be the last testing tune he has of the year. It'll be the last one of the year.
It's pretty much what, well, they did try to run last week, but last week they had their bracket race, so.
Yeah.
And they wasn't running any testing tune, and I was trying to go up there and I didn't want to go up bracket race.
No.
And one thing, if you go up on a bracket race, you know, you can get your $2. I would get your 2 runs. Usually I'll give you $2, 2 runs, and then pick your dial in you want, usually.
Yeah.
And then, you know, then you run rounds, but if you go out there.
Turn that off.
Huh?
Turn it off so it won't kick on in
I turned the,
like it did that one.
but if you go out there like that on a bracket race day, that's the thing, if you go out there, you know, and sleep on the light or anything else, you can't really test because if you make a mistake, then by your 3rd run, you're gonna get eliminated, so. So, ain't no fun in doing that. Let's see, I gotta clean, not really much to clean out, I don't see no unnecessary weight packed in there. That's good.
Not big anything in there.
No, I don't see nothing, everything looks alright, should be about ready.
Ready to roll.
Huh?
It'll be ready to roll Saturday morning.
I think it's ready. Pretty much. The only thing I gotta throw in the truck is the lap.
Because they're doing that testing tune. It starts at 11.
11.
Yeah, you got the gates opens at 10, they said. And they start and run it down the track at 11. 11 to 5. 11 to 5.
Oh, gee, buddy, hoods creak like that.
That creaks. Creak.
Shouldn't have to open that up anymore.
You will, though.
Huh?
He'll open it back up.
I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, you will. You might not have to, but you're going to.
I don't think I got everything in there that
think
needs.
you will.
Not this week. No. Saturday. There's my
Helmet.
fire suit there. That should be all. I don't think. Yeah, like I said, other than the
Door
laptop,
slammer.
I don't think I need anything. I get this couple tools I can take out. Every ounce counts. And everything.
Yep,
I
what
only keep
would
a couple wrenches in here.
Uh-huh.
I keep 13 millimeter 9/16 for the nitrous bottle and a couple screwdrivers.
You got all that in there.
Yeah, that's all I keep in there. So.
You don't take your bag of tools?
No, I got the tool set in the truck. Take the car.
Oh. Oh, you just leave them in there in case you need it whenever before
Yeah.
you
I
make your run.
when I'm driving it, I got what I need. We got 9/16 in there. That's the size of the bottle, not for the nitrous bottle, so I leave it in there. That 13's in there because it fits all the V-bands and on everything. And the exhaust manifold bolts on the car, so if you gotta go in and tighten them up, that fits that. So I leave that wrench in there. And I don't think anything else. Well, always good to have a straight screwdriver for putting the air cleaner on and off. I'm going to take the air filter off of the turbo because it's on the street I run it, but on the track I don't because there'd be a restriction on the track. Since I moved that turbo hole, when I had that big 6-inch cone there, I wasn't worried about it restricting it. Now that I have that smaller cone on there, I'm afraid of restricting it, so I don't want it to. I always take it off when I go to the track.
Hello, Dean.
Is it?
Dean.
What's up, Dean? Bump this to the trailer.
Hello.
What is it?
They're waving their hand at you.
Wait.
No, you just come on.
What?
You just came on.
Put them in the car the other day.
What's that?
Huh?
What?
I like marking the trailer.
Oh.
So when you're loading the trailer, I got this. You put it up on the front there. You can see the strap. One of these straps and everything.
Don't know.
Boy, he needs a haircut.
Kids these days don't get haircuts.
Huh?
They don't get haircuts.
I know.
They just leave it grow and grow.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had mine cut for a year or so now. Ron keeps getting hold of the girl that usually cuts my hair, but I ain't getting this side half grayed out, this side shaved bald.
What? Well, Tommy's letting his grow. I think he should get it cut though. What do you want? Tommy should get his hair cut. Maybe. After a while it is.
Gotta take care of it, comb it. Nice not having hair, 'cause you gotta comb it. Well, it's thing to do when you're busy doing it. Makes it easier in taking a shower. You wash your face and your head at the same time, you ain't got no hair, it works out. It's faster, more streamlined, better aerodynamics. Less wind resistance, your head cuts through the wind better.
I guess. Maybe.
Aerodynamics.
Aerodynamics. Less speed, less wind drag, low drag. Low maintenance, low drag.
Might be. Yeah, you get cold in the wintertime though. If there ain't no hair at all in there.
That's what you have
So the
to
beanie's for.
That's what a heater's for.
What's a heater?
It's a heater.
That's just fancy street cars have heaters.
The engine heat.
Engine heat.
Well, if you take it out.
It is cold out.
Huh?
It's getting cold out.
Yeah, I said it can get warmer.
It ain't gonna get that cold. Not as cold as last
No,
night.
it ain't going down to
22?
2 degrees, you know.
22 last night? I think it's supposed to be 32 tonight. 10 degrees warmer. Ooh.
Yeah. And it's gonna be what, like 5 or 6 degrees warmer tomorrow.
It'd be like 50.
Well, it's supposed to be 50 today.
Was?
It's supposed to, anyway.
I don't
It's
know.
supposed to go to 50 today.
I don't think it made it to 50 today.
I made it like 48.
Maybe, but it's
I
still.
thought it was supposed to go warm on 50 tomorrow, like 52 or 55.
Don't know. I
It's
thought.
supposed to be 58 Saturday. You know, see, it was supposed to be warmer, but they moved warmer days back a couple days. They was when originally when it first popped on the forecast, they was saying like 63. Maybe the ice was about 68, 70,
You
Yeah.
can see.
75, 80. Be 90 would be real nice.
I guess 80 would be great.
Give me a second.
90 would be super nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would be.
As I said, we need to go to some down south races. That would be the ticket. I know there's one. I think there's a big one in Alabama this weekend. A couple big ones, but it'd be nice to get out south. Street race all winter
Guess it would be.
and not have to deal with the cold.
Yeah.
Move down south for the winter.
There's people that live in states in this country that don't have to put antifreeze in their cars.
Wow. I'm glad for them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Lucky for them ones. You can't put none in that
But
until after you're done,
yeah, until after I'm done
Testing
racing for
tuna.
a year.
because you can't have antifreeze from going down the track. In case.
Yeah, they don't like that. But I understand it's hard to clean up. You
Mhm.
spill antifreeze. Antifreeze is the hardest thing to clean off the track. It's motor oil, transmission fluid, gear oil, all of that. It's tough to clean up, but it's nothing compared to antifreeze. Antifreeze is just so slippery you can't really even burn oil off. You can dump a little bit of alcohol in with the oil and burn it off. Oil dry, sweep it up and all that.
Yeah.
Antifreeze on the track, it's just slippery. It's just like slime.
Here, read this. You look at these while I go in and make sure I had that stove off. I think I do. I think I do.
That's about mine. And then I said, but rinse up. No, you're right on the finished product. It don't take, that's one reason probably why I never go back to letting my hair grow long again, just for that reason. It's so inconvenient to have to deal with your hair.
Yeah.
When you want to go somewhere, man, or whatever, you jump in the shower. Guys with long hair, it takes you 10 minutes to wash your hair.
They.
You know, wash it, rinse it, put conditioner in it. Like I said, if you ain't got no hair, you can wash your face and your head at the same time. We're actually, it's gonna be a little bit, as I said, a little bit excited this week to get to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
I did. I had it off.
What?
The stove.
Oh,
I thought I had it off.
wonderful.
Lovely. They didn't want our food to burn.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, will be.
Yeah, I think we got everything now. I mean, I've thought about it for long enough. I should have everything. I was looking for that fitting. I wanted to put a.
Fitting for what?
I lost one of my. I have a 10 a.m. fitting that it's a flare fitting. I was gonna put on that breather, so I could run a braided stainless line from my breather back. That way I can relocate it. That way
Yeah.
I can move it out of the way for now. And
I
then
should've
when get
stayed
my
in
catch
here.
can, I can put on there and just plumb it right to the catch can. But I need to move it for now. That way, they said if I do break a ring or something, I'm not blowing oil down on the back tires because I don't want to do that again. That wasn't a fun ride. It upsets the chassis a little bit when you oil the back tires on the big end.
I see.
It's in that transition from on throttle to off throttle as you roll across the finish line. But too, I mean, when you start slowing down at the 8th, that helps. You're not carrying as much speed at the end of the track.
No. You'll be alright. You'll get there.
Mm-hmm. Where was, I think the rollback
Bigger.
fatter.
Yeah, they're only 4x6. Ones and yours are 5x7s.
I think.
Yeah, because them are single right there. The outside two are high and low beam, and then just the inside two are just high beam. One of these are the mini lights.
Mm-hmm.
These are the high beams, and these are high and low. You can switch them, you can wire them up to where you can have all 4 lows on and all 4 highs on too. GM always did that, at least on these cars, the low beams didn't go out when the high beams come along like the truck. That's like one of the downfalls of GM trucks. Like the 88 and up GM stuff, when you put the high beams on, the low beams go out. They're 2 separate bulbs, but it turn the low beams out when you turn the high beams on.
Ain't my car like that?
No, I think yours all 4 on there on high.
We gotta put that bulb in. I know we got one.
Probably. That's one of the things always the trick with the Chevys is take a relay and
We're going to
run power off of the battery over to the high beams and then trigger it.
Yeah.
Or off low beams, you'd have to trigger it back, that way it doesn't backseat, but when you turn the high beams on, it'll close the relay and turn the high, or the low beams back on too. Well,
You see, I can make this better car. So if I get a PC, one game, I can make this a better car.
Oh, yeah.
If I install one more, I can get a drag pack for it.
Now,
Huh?
now what you up to? Looking for?
I'm not looking for anything.
Make sure you have everything in the car, huh?
Huh?
Making sure you have everything.
Yeah, I got the chain fixed on the mini bike.
Oh yeah, you did the pit bike fix.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
You fixed that yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I gotta have the links, cause you only get 5 links at a time, that's how they sold it. They had to buy 5 master links.
Well, guess what? You have extra.
Yeah, it was cheap, well, you could buy just one, but it was just as much for one master
Oh, he
link.
fixed it already. He riding it yesterday.
Yeah, they wanted just as much for one master link as a 5-pack of master links.
What?
Who was riding it, Tommy?
On
Damn.
Amazon.
You was riding it.
Yeah, that's my pit bike, I take it to the track.
He takes it to the track with him and ride back and forth.
Half an hour, that gets a long
the-
walk.
And the pits, it,
Yeah, and up there, everything's pretty much paved. I mean,
Yeah.
the sides of the pit spots are gravel, but until you get way down the bottom, some of them are grass, but most of them are gravel, the pit
Mhm.
spots, and all the roads and the whole pit,
it's top.
Or you build one of those and put a big reason.
yeah, that needs a bigger motor, it needs one of them 6 horsepower Predator motors on it.
Yeah.
So got
That's only a little 80 on there, but I mean, we bypass the governor on it, it runs like 20 miles an hour.
Well, yeah, that's good.
For a little bike, it's
Yeah.
not right.
Better than 2 miles an hour feet.
It just takes a little while to get it up to speed because them are in direct drive. The
Yeah.
two guys put like the torque converters like off of a go-kart on
Mm-hmm.
that way.
Cynical clutch.
Yeah, well, they have that one that, and it uses the belt that way,
Mhm.
and the where it's a CVT transmission where it can actually, it can leave in a lower gear, and as it picks up speed, it's just
Yeah,
higher.
it's
Like
just-
snowmobile or.
Yeah.
like a
They-
Ford,
he
like-
sprayed it.
Huh?
You sprayed
Yeah,
that
we
bike.
sprayed nitrous in it.
Yeah, guys, he sprayed that bike.
I got her doing a burnout
Nitrous.
one night, we sprayed nitrous in it.
Amanda was on it.
Amanda was on it, holding it wide open, Pam sitting there doing a burnout in the garage, and I don't know, it stuck the nozzle of the nitrous bottle in the air cleaner and cracked it open.
Oh my.
Yeah, I remember.
This
you doing it.
scared?
No.
She jumped for
She
the cold
thought-
air when
She,
it hit her.
yeah, she thought she was getting sprayed with it.
You know, because nitrous comes out, it's like way below zero when nitrous comes out of the bottle. And we just like walked up behind it and just like blasted it with nitrous.
Wow.
You hit too much because you can't, when you're doing that, you're not putting enough fuel in with it because that's all nitrous does, it just adds more oxygen.
Yeah.
But it was just something to do. Really, when you spray.
It was just something for us to do that
When you
night.
spray nitrous into something, you're supposed to add fuel to, unless, even like a dry shot in the car, you're programming your injectors to come on, you know, to add more fuel for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like Holly, I see a lot of talk, like, Holly comes out with a lot of aftermarket EFIs. They're like,
coming out.
I'm running the Holly computer in this car, and honestly, it's the best thing I've ever run. I know that guys seem to have problems with them snipers.
Mm-hmm.
I see Holly come out with a sniper too, you know, it's got some improvements, but I think the biggest problem people are having with the Holly, with the sniper, is that it's somewhat misleading. See, Holly sells that system and they tell you that it's a self-learning system.
Yeah.
Now, it's one of the things that by legal definition, it's self-learning.
Mm-hmm.
But by reality, it's not, because it's only learning your fuel trims. It's not, it doesn't, you know, it's incapable of learning your timing curve. It's incapable of learning, you know, it's the only thing it's capable of actually self-learning is it reads the oxygen sensor and it'll correct your fuel based on what you target. So if I go in there and I set my target air fuel ratio wrong and I turn my self-learn on, now the computer is going to read the oxygen sensor, it's going to target the wrong ratio because I got it set wrong anyway. And I think that's really where they get, and that's where a lot of people have problems with them, or that, or they don't realize the scope of what it takes. EFI, you need a good high pressure fuel pump to supply it. You know, you're better off to have some way for that computer to be able to control the timing. You know, if you put like that Holly Sniper on a car that has, you know, points distributor in it with the timing locked out, well then, how are you going to be able to set a timing curve with a computer? Because the computer's not going to have any way to control the timing. And you're running into issues with that. So I think a lot of the issues with the Holly, and it's not the people that's buying it, because the people are buying it, they're reading on the box, oh, okay, this is, you know, self-tuning. But, you know, and they take it home and they put it on and they try to go self-tune. It's not.
No.
You just can't self-tune. I mean, mine, we run the Holly Terminator in here, which it's like the baseline fuel injected one. Knowing now, going back, I wish I would have got just a Holly Dominator because it has more inputs and outputs. Not to say you can add inputs and outputs to the Terminator, but the Holly Dominator does more out of the box than the Terminator. But the Terminator was, the Holly Terminator at the time, it was $1,100. You got the computer, the wiring harness, you know, it was pretty much plug and play. You got that 3.5-inch touchscreen you're running with. The tuner cable you had to buy separate to plug it in the computer. And then another thing, people get so stuck with that, with the Holly too, is they get stuck wanting to use that 3.5-inch dashing. And that 3.5-inch touchscreen on the dash, it's alright, but you can't tune really with it. You can't get into your tables. It runs such basic tables. Can you go in there and make a change? Yeah. I can be in the staging lanes and I can go in there and I can bump my rev limiter up 50 or, you know, down 50. I can change my target boost or something with it, but you can't. Obviously, you're never going to be able to do on something like this little 3.5-inch dash. You'll never be able to set everything on this that you can on a laptop computer. It's just a laptop computer, you're going to have so much more options. This has like basic grids, like 2B cables. So yeah, you can put this in, just like with the Holly Sniper, you can put it in your car, you can use this touchscreen, you can set up a basic map, but if you really want it to run right, you're going to have to take it to a tuner and have it set, because every car is going to be different. No computer, that's the problem with these tuners. There's no tune that's 100% on any car. A tuner can set something up. I know just like diesel tunes are the same way. You can go buy a diesel tuner, you can put it on your truck and you can pick up power and it'll run good. But if you take that truck to somebody that has a dyno and they can put that truck on a dyno while they tune it, they'll get a lot more out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the problem. If I'm selling you, if I'm saying I'm going to sell you this box, you plug this box into your truck, and this box will make your truck better. Okay, well then, I got to make sure that this box ain't going to do nothing stupid that's going to kill your truck. So I got to play it safe. So your truck might make more power with more timing, but if I push the timing too far and I get past that ragged edge to where it hurts the truck, then then you're going to come out to me, hey, I bought this box and it killed my $10,000 engine, $20,000 engine.
Yeah.
And you can't have that as a tuner, that'd be a liability. So then I'm going to send you something that's safe, that's going to give you more power, but it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
And it's going to work, for everybody, because everybody drives their car, truck different.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does different things. I mean, like a max performance street tune isn't going to do good for towing. Yeah, it'll pull because it's going to make power.
Yeah.
But your EGCs are going to go through the roof because, you're just by design.
Yeah.
In the same way with a good tow tune, isn't exactly going to make max power at a higher RPM because the tow tune, you're going to want to make the power down low.
Yeah.
Just like I see a common mistake when guys talk about with gas trucks, and they got a gas truck and they're like, oh, I got a gas truck, I want to tow with it. And they talk about putting a turbo on. That'd be a terrible idea. I mean, because the problem with a turbo car, yes, you can make power, you can make stupid power, but you can't make it a long time. Let's see, like, you could be out on the interstate, you could have a 30-mile hill.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling a trailer, you'd be pulling, 10, 12,000 pounds behind your truck in a diesel truck. You can hit that hill, load that thing up, make 35, 40 pounds of boost, and hold it that way for 40 miles.
Yeah.
Try to hold a gas motor for more than about 15 seconds,
Yeah.
you're going to kill things because they run a lot harder and things are way different.
Yeah.
First responder says it's getting cool here. It's like in the 50s.
Who is it?
First responder.
Oh,
It's in the
50s.
50s.
Yeah, it's.
He's getting cool, he said.
Yeah, I believe you, first responder.
Look how
Like I said,
cold
it's
it is.
22 degrees this morning here, and it's only probably in the 30s right now.
I bet it is.
It's probably I'd say
It's
around
cold out.
37 degrees right now, would be my guess.
And it'd be probably. Ain't
About
no,
37, because it didn't get that warm today. It probably only said maybe 48 when the sun came out.
yeah, he said it's
But
still
it
in the
wasn't
50s.
out for
So.
very long.
No.
It's still in the 50s. I wish it was in the 50s here.
Yeah.
I still got smell. Oh.
You got room in your driveway to plug a camper in? You got room to plug a camper in? We don't need much power. I mean, we got a generator. We can replace it.
Yeah. That's cool.
50 at night would be kind of nice, right? I'd be happy at 50 at night. I remember we had them a couple of nights last week when the rain came in. One night it was still 60-something.
Oh, it was nice that night.
Yeah.
Of course, it rained the next
Of course,
day.
it rained and got the cold air coming.
It rained for the next week.
Yeah, for a week.
But it was nice.
We did have some nice nights.
Definitely looking to get somewhere. I've seen a lot of stuff. Because I'm a member of that one no prep group one there, and I've been getting there's a lot of stuff still going on down south. I got stuff in January, December, February, November. Nothing's going to be going on around here.
Oh,
And what are they going to do around here? It's not.
ain't gonna do
Like I
nothing.
said, because it will probably, even said this will probably be the last one because they're going to have to winterize the bathrooms and stuff, so it'll be the end of it. When they're done, they'll probably run testing tune Saturday afternoon. At the end of that, they'll probably shut the water off, and then Sunday they'll probably spend, because it's going to be warm Sunday, they'll probably spend all day Sunday winterizing the kitchen and the bathroom and stuff at the track, getting it ready for the set empty until next.
Oh yeah. They was gonna try to have another one next weekend, but
They might.
It might be.
Holds warm like that.
the weather stays like in the 50s, they
But
could.
that's really why they don't do them, because they do gotta have time to close everything down. That's a lot to close the track down for a year. Because, all the vehicles are gonna be winterized, everything's gonna be set, make sure all the batteries are charged and disconnected. But when we get there in the spring, you buy new batteries for everything. And
Mm-hmm.
fixing all the broken pipes that froze over the winter time. So it's a lot of work to close the track valves. I
Yeah.
understand that. And it may not be, I mean, like I said, at any time, it is November now, so at any time it can get cold and it's just gonna stay cold.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh, yeah.
normal for this year to stay warm, so
Mhm.
at some point it's just gonna get cold and stay cold.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, it stayed warm, but remember last year what it done, it had that weird, where it wouldn't help the track anyway, because it always, all last winter, it seemed like, at least up until, I don't know, even all winter, remember, that it would start like cold during the week, and it would gradually warm up, and then by Thursday, it would be like 65, 70 degrees. And then it seemed like always Thursday night into Friday, the cold front would come through and it would rain Friday and get cold. Then Saturday would be cold, Sunday would be cold.
Yeah.
It seemed like every weekend.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, all last winter, every weekend was cold. It would
Yeah.
slowly get nice through the week till about Thursday, and then it
Work the weekend and race through the week.
Yeah. I missed the Thursday night testing tunes. I wish they would do more of those, especially in the summertime. Thursday night testing tunes.
North has less humidity, south 50s, and the north 40s. I don't miss the north at all. First responder. You don't miss it at all, the north.
That's it, yeah.
No, I can see how you not miss it. I hate it more and more every year.
I don't like winter no more.
No, because it just sucks. You're stuck in the house. There's nothing to do.
No. I mean, it's cold. There ain't no snow to play in.
Even that gets old.
Yeah.
It's fun to go play in the snow a little bit, but it even gets old. But it's like, all right, let's get warm.
First snowfall will be good, and after that,
Yeah. Let's get a deep snow, play in it, and
then
done.
that's done. One big snowstorm, that's good.
Snowfall.
And we had ours already.
Yesterday morning, we had that snow.
Yeah, little.
There was a dusting on the ground.
Yeah, there was a dusting on the cars, and I
That's
just
enough snow for me.
there was.
Not enough. Didn't come up past my boots.
Yeah, then it's cold.
I know.
I would so much rather it be like 75 degrees at 1 a.m. I'd rather be standing out in the parking lot somewhere hanging out with people,
Yeah, me too.
cars in a t-shirt,
Me too.
75 degrees, you know what I mean? Than even having feet of snow. The snow, I mean, yeah, that first snow is fun. You get out buggy and go riding or whatever, but then after that, then you got to deal with it.
Yep.
You got to shovel it. You
Clean the cars off,
gotta
leave it run to get the ice off or scrape it.
You gotta plow the snow, you gotta shovel sidewalks.
Shovel, yeah.
Dig your wood out.
Yeah, knock the snow off.
Unfreeze your wood.
Yeah.
Then you throw, your driveway turns to sheet ice, then you throw a little bit of salt on it to break the ice, then it turns to mush, and ruins all your gravel, and it all sinks.
Yeah.
We have some climate change,
Climate change. Don't
That'd
even
be
get
nice.
ice we really did have some, I mean, it would do, actually, they would cry like it's the end of the world, but it would actually do, people would do better if it was a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
You can grow crops longer, you can have more areas to grow crops.
yeah, we
If
could
the
have
more-
our tomatoes all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the average temperature, would just come up a little bit, even places, like Michigan and all that, the crop seasons would be extended, so there'd be more food for the people.
Yeah.
Cause I don't believe in, the whole ocean rising thing like that, it don't make sense to me, because if I fill a glass full of ice cubes and fill it full of water, it doesn't overflow when it,
When it melts.
when the ice melts, no, the glass usually doesn't overflow. Because ice by volume displaces way, more than the water actually makes up. But we know, we've got history. The Earth's had a lot of places were underwater. Look, they find fish fossils out in the canyon walls, out in the desert, the Grand Canyon and stuff. So we know all this was underwater at one time.
Yeah.
You know, we're not advocating to go that extreme, but that was poor people. So I mean,
Yeah.
who did the government want to tax then? Whose fault was that when, you know? Or, you know, the times, you know, that the CO2 level's been way higher than it is currently. When the CO2 level's high, plants thrive.
Yeah.
You know, when plants thrive, it's more food,
Mm-hmm.
you know, more temperate area, you know, more people can live comfortably.
Be happier.
You know, you get these old things, you know, heat kills, so does extreme cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Yeah,
personally, I could survive better. I would rather be extreme hot than extreme cold.
Yeah.
I mean, even, you know, on days, 100-degree days doesn't really, it may suck, but
You can cool off a little bit.
it's, you can, if you know where
Like-
you're at, as long as you stay hydrated, if you feel you're getting too much, you get out in the direct sun for a little bit, you'll be fine.
Up in the river.
If you're stuck somewhere out in the cold, exactly, your life depends on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Making
Yeah.
a fire or doing something to get warm, your life depends on it because you're going to die. You know, it's just that
Just
simple.
trying to get
Yeah.
some heat.
And if you're wet and it's cold, you're going to die.
Yeah.
You know, and it's that
That's
simple.
true.
You know? If you're hot, you can cool down usually. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even like if you're lost in the desert, I mean, bury yourself in the sand a little bit to get the direct sun off of you,
Yeah.
and move at night. You know,
Yeah.
there's always ways. It might suck, but I don't care night and day. I would rather take
I'd rather do the
even
same thing.
ridiculous hot
Yeah.
over normal cold any
You
day.
said kids around here are waiting for the people to start their cars with a remote or key and walk away. That's when they jack cars. They have a laptop they plug in. There is no key.
Yeah.
The wonder. And it's first responder saying, having everything computerized, it can't all be
Where the heck do you live, man? Jeez.
hacked. And he said it's hacked.
You know, like look the other night. Remember I talked to you? The only reason I took the key out of my truck because I unlocked the house door.
My car keys stay in
And
the
that's
car.
because they locked the
They
door.
want
And
the car, they can have it.
I unlocked the house door. And Amanda said, "What are you doing?" And I'll put my key back in my truck. No way I don't move it. I went out and stuck key back ignition. I don't like everywhere I go. The last couple days, if it's under 50 degrees, I'm more likely lately. I just leave the truck running if I go anywhere.
First responder says if it gets too hot, build your house underground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That would be cool.
You gotta walk down a set of
That's
steps
like
to get to your
that.
house.
Be okay.
Yeah, because you figure, you know, like
Open
what
your
you
bunker
got,
doors.
Go up to the limestone cave. It's 58 degrees in there pretty much year round.
Yeah,
So
there's caves still open around here.
yeah,
There's
there's
that one
always
in
ways.
Dunbar.
Yeah, well,
You
there
can walk right
you
in
can
them
still
caves.
get cast pairs. They just blasted it. So you
Yeah.
can't drive a vehicle in it. You still get
You
caves.
can walk in them. Just can't drive in them no more.
You can. You just need the right equipment.
No,
Yeah.
yes, if you had the right equipment, you could.
Buggy with the big push bumper.
No.
You can just climb that pile.
Yeah, you
Little
could.
Walkers, you go up over that pile.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, that would be terrible, man. If I couldn't leave my keys in my car, I wouldn't be able to find any of my keys. I'd lose them all.
Mm-hmm.
Every key I own was on a separate key ring, because that's how usually, you know, like I said, lately, yeah, I had to close the house because you can't trust the kids next door. in the
Yeah,
house.
because kids will do go. I go when I need my door unlocked
Like that one day,
most of the time. Unless I'm going for a while.
not one day when
Like,
she ran away, when she ran off, she took, Dell had the other cell phone at the house. That's how she would use to message people to stay on the run. But she went in the house,
And took the cell
because she
phone.
knew where the key was hid. She went in the house and took the cell phone.
Mm.
So now I can't leave a key in there. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't lock the house door. No reason to.
Well, all the time I lock mine if we go camping or somewhere.
Yeah, because the guns are bolted down and locked up, so you know, they're not going to get them out. So
Yeah, that's about the only time we off ours if we go camping or something.
Yeah.
Go somewhere
yeah.
for a way.
Yeah, you know.
If
it's
you're
not gonna
just
keep-
going out to the store for an hour or two, why lock your
And
house?
it's not gonna keep anybody, if someone
And
ruins
if they
your
want
house-
it in, they'd break the door in.
That's how you say about when you go camping, you know, what's the point? Even if you locked your house, you're gone for 2 weeks.
Y'all know.
Someone could go behind your house,
Yeah.
take a chainsaw, cut your wall out, back a U-Haul truck up to it, load up everything you own, and no one would ever know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So why set at camp and worry that somebody might go take your stuff, because you can't stop it.
No.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope that everybody in your neighborhood knows that you're gonna find out who did it.
Well, our neighbors watch us too.
Yeah.
We keep our eyes on each other's house.
Yeah, that's what my neighbor, yeah, they watch, you know.
He watches and
Yeah, no, my issue ain't
he
nobody
shoots
really
first and
stealing
asks
it.
questions later.
As I said, my issue ain't
Sounds
nobody
like a-
stealing stuff, it's just teenagers doing teenager stuff and getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's all.
Yeah, she likes to do that.
I laughed out one day when because I had the door was unlocked, remember I had that bag of candy in there.
Yeah.
And the little ones was in there too that day, and I just laughed. I wasn't mad because I get the candy was in there for it to give to the kids anyway. And I come home, there's a trail of candy leading out, and then when they filled their pockets up, they was dropping it as they was walking out. So I come in, there's a trail,
Oh, the
there's a
kid
trail
broke
of
on me.
candy going out to the living room.
Snapped, it's cold.
I think it's cracked anyway in one spot.
It is
Break
now.
the chair. But, it is, I don't know. That's
You're
one
lucky you
nice
didn't
thing
fall
about
straight
living out here in
backward.
the country, though, is you don't.
You would hit your head right off the device.
I mean, we never locked the door here to the garage.
Good.
Let me just look at time. I'm only gonna go to about 8 o'clock tonight.
It's 7:56.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
this-
football game comes on
yeah,
8:15.
they're gonna lose it. Right?
No, I think they're gonna
You
win.
know what losers do?
What?
Lose. The Steelers is playing tonight.
They
Oh,
got,
they're losing.
when they got rid of the quarterback, they
Yep, when they got rid of our quarterback,
got, get rid of the best quarterback they've ever had.
they had to get rid of him, didn't they?
Well, he quit. Because
Well,
he can't-
yeah, he
He
quit.
can't get beat up like that every day. The offensive line can't protect him.
We only got
I
a
told
couple
you.
good players left.
Oh, when Bradshaw retired in '83, so from 1983 to 2005, Pittsburgh sucked. And you know it. Everybody knows Pittsburgh Steelers suck. In 2005, when Roethlisberger come on, they had a chance. They did good again. And I knew as soon as he announced he was retiring, I said, they're going to suck for another 20 years.
First responder says people walked around with all bundled up, and I'm still in a t-shirt. You should see the looks I get.
First one, I cut firewood yesterday. I had my Carhartt bibs on, but it was cold yesterday. It didn't get
It
out
was
of 30 yesterday. It
Nah,
was at 37 degrees for the high. I was in Carhartt bibs yesterday.
And it was cold for the Halloween parade.
The only reason
Wow,
I didn't
they're
hear
all
now
in
in the
that one
hoodie
rain.
is because I was running the torpedo heater for an hour before the live to let it warm up a little bit here. It's starting to cool off in here now. That's why one reason why I want to stay on here long.
Yeah.
If
It
it's-
is snippy out though.
Yeah, if it's like that, I'll never real cold. That's what I do like we did last year. We just set up in the house because
Yeah, we might have to next weekend if it's cold. Set up in the house. At least it's warm in there.
well, you get either an overhead gas heater. Number
We need one.
I run them at Joby's. I can still
Oh,
go
my
alive.
God. Oil, waste oil burner.
Yeah. But you can even a regular oil burner. You can cut it and run waste oil in it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
Just
I need
water.
you to help me set it up.
You got all you need is an oil furnace. You can run. Because I had an oil furnace in here till oil went ridiculous the first time when
Wow,
fuel went up. Remember?
Yeah.
I used to do that. I would cut it. I would have like 5 gallons of
Well,
off-road diesel, and I'd cut it with 5 gallons of used motor oil. It burned just fine.
Yeah, you can do that.
I've even done it in my torpedo heater. Just cut
Mhm.
it. As long as it's thinned out, you know, I mean, it's the biggest thing is just,
Because I have 2 55-gallon drums of motor oil. I can get motor oil
yeah,
at school. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, there's probably 30 or 40 gallons of used motor oil here.
yeah.
I gotta tell you. But yeah, you can burn it. I mean, like worst case scenario, you get through a nozzle water
Yeah.
every once in a while, but just put a filter on it. As
Mm-hmm.
long as it's thin enough that it doesn't take, it doesn't take much diesel to cut
Yeah.
motor oil to make it thin.
No.
We've always done that. You just adjust the air on it. But I always wondered that. They're like, oh, waste oil burner. I mean, any oil furnace, if you can burn. I have. You know, it's just that thing. And I've always, like I said too, is like they always try to tell you, well, if it's outside, you got to run kerosene. You know? And the reason they want you to do that is kerosene don't last.
No.
BTU ain't kerosene. That's why the fuel company wants to sell you kerosene for outside. Will it gel? If it gets cold, yeah, diesel will gel.
Yeah.
Said, cut it with a gallon of gas.
I know.
You know, every 50 gallons to a gallon of gas, that'll keep it from gelling.
Mhm.
You know, the kerosene you mix with it. You don't want to run gas. But a gallon of gas and a 275 gallon tank of oil
Ain't gonna hurt though.
is going to run right there first.
Yeah.
Furnace ain't going to care. It's going to
No.
be cut so thin, but it's going to keep it from gelling. But it just, but we need a quiet heat out here. I mean, I don't want wood burning out here because that, taking away from what I use at the house when I burn wood out here.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, but it's still, I don't,
I'll bring the wood.
but I want to go, like I said, I want to get one of them warehouse gas heaters and hang from the rafters.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's one actually on Marketplace right now. I think I saved it the other day. It got almost $50 for it.
That'd be ideal, cause
And
we
them,
do
yeah,
have
because
that.
them aren't super loud. We could still have it live and talking here with
Mhm.
that running. It's not real loud. Torpedo heater's just a little bit too loud.
Yeah.
You know, but
So
it
they
does
can
warm it up.
generate
Now.
on fire beside
But
it.
if you find one of them rafter waste burners,
Yeah. Them are hard to find though because most people with the Raptor ones always use gas around here gas because you're usually city the gas
Yeah.
is cheap. It's hard to find an oil burner that hangs. You said you can use regular oil burners.
mm-hmm.
You can modify a regular oil burner to burn waste oil. That
I
might,
have,
be,
I have an oil furnace.
that might be a video.
Huh?
I said that might be a video to do to show people how to take a regular, just either a house or a mobile home furnace and how to set it up to burn waste oil in it.
Yeah.
Because it can be done.
Well, I got an oil furnace.
But I had that house oil furnace here. I run waste oil in it all the time. I run it on straight waste oil a couple times, as long as it was thinner oil.
It worked, didn't it?
No, you probably use Walmart oil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I want to do is, and for what I'd really like to do for heat out here, I'd like to take a 55 gallon drum,
Mm-hmm.
or a 275 gallon drum, cut it in half. Yeah. Weld a plate across the back of it, and that's where I put my stack on out. Take and drill holes in it, front and back, and get me some, just go junkyard, find me some 2-inch pipe, and run the pipes through front to back, to where they go in the back and out the front. You weld them around
Yeah.
where each pipe comes out,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the back, you build your little plenum and you put your blower. Now when your blower blows, it's gonna blow through them pipes. The fire's burning up against the pipes inside, it blows straight heat out, it's nice and quiet, and they put off heat.
Yeah.
And then you put your door and you make your wood burner out. They make great shop heaters.
Sounds alright.
And it's real efficient because you're blowing through them pipes that are running right through the firebox. The fire's burning right through it, and you make a lot of heat.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then you just push it right through, and you can bend it wherever you want.
These newer people don't know nothing about that. These newer people don't know nothing about that.
You know,
How to make old heaters.
well, you make anything. You just
Yeah.
you get cold long enough, you'll figure out what you do.
Yeah.
No, them are really efficient though. I've seen guys heat buildings way bigger with one of those. They really put off the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, as many pipe as you can round up, the better off it is. If you can get 10 or 12. I was figured out, even if you're gonna buy the stuff, but once again, materials went up. When pipe was like $20 a stick for 1.5-inch pipe, if you cut that down to where it was only, say 2.5 feet deep, then one stick of pipe would have made 4 passes.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't have took much, to have 20 or so pipes running through there. And blow that heat through 20 of them pipes with a fire burner for them would blow a lot of heat out quick. about time. About time to call it. Huh?
Yeah, it's 8:04.
Alright guys, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up then. It is getting cold out here. I'm starting to get
Glad you
chilly.
made it home, Carlene.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Hey, take care.
We're wrapping it up because
Yeah,
it's
we're
cold
gonna wrap it
out.
up. It's getting cold out here. We gotta work on a better heat source because all we got right now is torpedo heater. We turn it on, you guys aren't gonna hear anything. It's gonna sound like a jet engine taking off.
We don't want that.
So yeah, we're not gonna blow anybody's eardrums out. Thanks everybody for stopping in. We'll be back next week. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we get some footage. Definitely did get some footage Saturday to track. I don't know. We're doing depending on what it's like up there. We might even pop in for a little live. I'd go live and take everybody for a ride down the track. Take everybody for a pass. Well, we'll do that. I want to thank everybody. First responder. Who we have? Unfinished Project was here. Colleen always. We're glad you stopped in. Well, who all we have here?
We had first responder.
Don't forget
We
John
had,
Martin's always here.
We had unfinished project. We had Dean.
Dean.
Yeah.
I didn't say Dean. Sorry, Dean.
Unfinished project. Dean. First responder. Carlene.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All you
yeah.
guys, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, guys. We'll be back. We're gonna go get warm. I'm freezing here now, so we'll see you next time. And remember, guys, sleep in your car. You can't race your house. We'll catch you later.